Hey guys, so we're going to be taking you through the assessment today. We're going to start with shoulder. So for shoulder, it's really important that the camera angle you guys film at will show me all that I need in order to accurately diagnose and give you exercises to help address the deficiencies that we're finding here. This will also help me from a programming standpoint because it will give me objective information and allow me to choose better exercise selection for you. What we're going to do, we're going to start with the shoulder. We're going to do internal, external rotation first at the shoulder. And what we're going to do, we're going to start by getting a front side. Hand is going to be placed on the ribs. We want a neutral position of the spine. We're going to be a 90-degree bend at the shoulder to the elbow. And we're going to just slowly internally rotate as much as you can. Internal. And what I want to see here is how far can you go here before the shoulder blade starts to come up. So you'll see at some point the shoulder blade might start to ride up. That's as far as I want you to go. And then we're going to come out as far as we can into external rotation. Can't see a whole lot from this angle. So what I'm going to ask Chris to do now is turn to the side. Excellent. And go ahead. Perfect. From here, what I'm going to get him to do, we're going to take the elbow locked out, and we're going to lift his arm up as high as we can. So just lift the arm straight up, all the way as high as you can. What I'm looking at here is, can he come into this range here? And we're looking, is he compensating through the spine? From here, we're going to come, and I'm going to get you to lift the other direction. So bring your hand up and back as far as you can. Keep going. Keep going. Good. And that's the shoulder. We're going to move down and we're going to go to the spine. I'm going to get Chris to start in a tall kneeling position for me. So go ahead and face the camera for me, please. From here, what I'm going to get him to do is cross one hand on either shoulders. Yep. We're going to lift our elbows up a little bit. Okay. I want you to make sure that nothing here is moving except for the spine. So I stay facing the camera. We're just going to relax it just a little bit right there. Good. And I'm going to get him to rotate through his mid-back. So from here, we're going to have both of the creases of his hips stay facing forward and rotate. Eyes stay forward for me. And back to the center. Eyes stay forward for me. Head stays forward, yep. Excellent. Good, really important we get this one from a front-facing angle. That's going to give me a lot of information. We're next going to go into Segmental Cat Camel. So onto all fours. The camera should be facing you from the side here. And I'm going to get you to slowly think about moving each part of the spine as far as we can. Good, and let's go the other direction. Excellent. So right here, I want to gather some information about how well can he segment or move each portion of the spine relative to one another. So hands stay directly under the shoulders, knees stay directly under the hip. We don't want to see him rock forward or backwards or shift his weight. We want him to be moving only throughout the spine. From here, what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to move to the hips. So the hips are going to be another one where we're going to need a few different angles. We're going to start, and I'm going to get Chris to lay face up, and he's going to be facing away, head facing away from the camera. So if you could have your feet facing the camera. So this here is going to be really, really valuable. I'm going to get you to slide up just a little bit for me. Perfect. And from here, what I wanted to do, we're going to do internal and external rotation first. So we're going to take one leg, we're going to raise it, we're going to bend the knee to 9 degrees, we're going to point the toe up. This opposite leg is going to stay neutral, so we're going to squeeze the quad as much as we can. From here, I want you to think there's a straight line from the ceiling drawing down through his knee into his hip. And what I'm going to get him to do is I'm going to get him to internally rotate as much as we can, maybe as far as we can. And then we're going to go the opposite direction, which is going to be external rotation. And again, internal rotation as far as we can. And external rotation. Excellent. From here, he's going to transition and he's going to switch over so that he's on his side and his side is facing the camera. Nope, sorry. Laying face up, but your side is facing the camera. From here, we're going to do a bent knee leg raise. And just to reiterate the last thing that we did, you would send me both sides of each of these, both arms, both shoulders, both hips, and make sure that we get it from the directions that we just outlined. So we're going to go here and we're going to do a bent knee leg raise. So I'm going to get him to bend his knee and pull it into his chest. Once again, this leg stays completely locked out. And then come on back. One more time. Good. So this leg stays locked out. We're just seeing how much can we flex the hip. We don't want to see that hip deviate out too much. Come on back here straight. We're going to lock out this knee. We're going to raise our legs straight with a straight leg raise now. All the way. And down. One more time. Really keep that knee locked. Once again, you would get both sides here. That's perfect. Really keep that knee locked. From here, we're then going to flip face down for me, please. We're going to start with hip extension. So I'm going to get him to bend his knee to 90-degree angle. And we're going to hold that. From there, I'm just going to get him to try and lift this thigh off of the ground. Good, and down. And we're going to do that again. And I only want you to lift as much as you can, thinking about keeping the front part of this hip pressed into the ground. So we don't want to see your whole body rotate. We're just going to try and lift that thigh off the ground. And down. Very good. Now let's straighten out the leg for him, please. And from here, we're going to do knee flexion. So pull your heel in towards your butt. Good, and down. And one more time. Excellent work. From here, I'm going to get you to come on up, Chris. And we're going to do the ankle. So the ankle, we're going to come into this position here, which is going to be on one knee. And we're going to try and think about how far we can rock in towards. So what I'm going to get you to do, bring this knee forward as far as you can. And now sit your heel back towards that butt. Perfect. Keep your full foot on the ground. What I'm going to get you to do, you're going to start rock back a little bit. And now what I'm going to get you to do is try and rock forward and see how far we can push that ankle. Good, and hold. And come on back. And hold. Excellent. So that's going to be some of the basic assessments. I'm going to get them to come on up. There's two other things that can give us quite good value. And this is just going to help me from a programming standpoint a little bit. The first one is going to be a toe touch. So I'm going to get him to turn to the side for me, please. Put his feet together. Lock out his knees. And I'm going to get him to keep his knees locked and reach down and touch his toes. And come on up. And one more time. Perfect. And then I'm just going to get him to do a squat. So I'm going to get him to go a little bit outside of hip width apart. We're going to get him to put his hands in front of him. Good. And I'm going to get him to just squat down. And come on up. Get a little bit of information there. One more time. And come on up. So this is going to be the overview of the basic assessment that we would like to see. Follow the instructions here, and if you have any questions, let us know.